trail camera tip. This one we're coming at you from the field. I'm gonna try not to be too loud because I've got some deer that were out here eating not long ago. So one of the major issues that people have is they don't know how to aim their camera. And I didn't realize that people didn't know how to do this. So I talked to people at Bass Pro. And when I talked to them, I realized a lot of people don't know that this feature exists. Alright, so I've got my feeder topped off. Next thing I'm going to do is work on this camera. First thing, I'm going to knock back some spider webs. I should have brought permethrin. If I listened to myself, I would have had permethrin to help clean this off, but it'll be alright. So this is an X 3.0. What we're going to talk about today applies to 3.0s, 2.0s, X's, SKs, XBs, everything. So this one is aimed a little too low. So the center of your picture is where that red line should be. It's the most sensitive area. My center of the picture is too low. So in other words, with this camera, it's looking down into the ground a little too much. So if deer are back in the back coming to this feeder, which is what they do, they come from the swamp to this feeder, I'm not going to get pictures of them until they get really close to the feeder. So if I didn't know any better, I would think this camera doesn't have very good range. That would be something I might complain about and say, well, they're right up on it before it ever triggers. When in reality, I didn't aim it correctly. So what I'm going to do today, I'm going to show you how to aim your cameras that don't have the little LCD screen. So they don't have the screen. The X Pro, you can look at the screen as you aim it. But I talked to a lot of people, and I was telling them I think the X 3.0 is the best bang for your buck camera, as far as I think it for the money is your best option. But people were telling me, well, I like the X Pro because I can aim it. They didn't even know that you could aim the 3.0 and see what it sees. So what we're going to do, I'm going to flip it to on. So while it's loading up, this little thing right here, this little Wi-Fi looking thing, when it starts flashing blue, we have Wi-Fi enabled. And when we have Wi-Fi enabled, we can connect to it with our phone. So now you see it's blue, it's flashing blue. So on my app here, I'm going to go to account down here in this bottom corner, connect to reveal Wi-Fi right here. It's going to make me go through some questions. Yes, I want Wi-Fi on. Yes, Wi-Fi's on. Location services are on. It's going to take a second to go through this. Alright, so now my phone sees what the camera sees. So if you look, I can see that feeder. If I step out here in front of my camera, I can see me. You can see I'm filming myself. So I can see what the camera sees. And if you look, that red line's at the bottom of the feeder. I need that red line to be up higher. So I'm going to adjust this. Tilt that up. And I'm watching it on my phone as I do it. I want to tilt that up and get that to where it's about, I like it just a touch over waist high, so that's pretty good. I want to level it out, tighten this up. We'll tighten the strap up too. Perfect. Now we're just a touch high. Keep trying with, okay. All right, so I like the way that's aimed now. You can see it's nice and level. I can see the red line is in the middle of just under that feeder, so the back of a deer, it would catch the back of a deer. And I can see it's just above that red line is back in the woods. So I probably could lower this camera down on the tree and get a little flatter aim, but that's pretty good. That's pretty much how I want it. So I can see what it sees. I'm set. My camera is got signal, full battery, everything's green. So now I just flip it to on, close the door, and let her work. Make sure everything's kind of wiped off. So that's the proper way to aim your camera. The red line, the most sensitive area, should be that red line. You don't have to stand out in front of it and dance around and try to get a picture or anything like that. All right, so if you'll aim your camera properly, that will help you, and that will get you the most success out of your camera. I've got some cameras that, yeah, that seems like the deer get right up on them before they ever take a picture. It's hard to aim some cameras because they don't have the ability to aim them. So you have to like dance around in front of it and try to get a picture. That's tough to do sometimes, especially here. I have very low signal. Like I can't even open my apps to check pictures. So it's tough to do that here. But Tactacam does a good job of letting you see what the camera sees. On every model, even the cheaper models, you can aim the camera with your phone, see what it sees, and then flip it to on. So if you haven't been doing that, do that. That's will help you 1,000 times. If you haven't already, like, subscribe. It's a hot, muggy day out here, and I'm trying to help as many people as I can. So like, subscribe, get this in the algorithm so other people can figure out how to aim their cameras, and hope you kill a big one this year. Appreciate it.